What's up, folks? It's Sydney from Flowers Photos. I'm back again with another shoot. It's been a while. We're out here with Kylie, right? And we're out gonna be doing a shoot on the lakeside. I got this product, the Godox AD-S7 that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna show you guys how I use it. Also, I wanna let you know this video is in collaboration with Dehancer. Now, if you don't know what Dehancer is, it's a software that allows you to take your photos that are from digital cameras and make them look more like the filmic look, right? Everybody likes filmic kind of vibes. You don't know what I'm saying, right? But I'm gonna show you guys how we take the photos that we take here today, put it through Dehancer, and show you how I use that program to make fire shots with Kylie. Alright, so let me show you real quick this Godox AD7S. Now I'm gonna throw it on the ground, but I'm gonna pick it up, so don't come for me in the comments. Alright, we don't need that. But it comes with a defector plate, right? Comes with packaging. Don't worry, we're gonna clean it up. Don't come for me. Now it comes in a little package, right? And essentially it's a small softbox. We got one small softbox. Comes with a grid. We don't need that or that. But we take this, we can open it up kind of like this. You screw it right in, just like that. And you throw it on the back of your AD200, you get a nice soft light. I mean, not that soft because it's 17 inches, but we're gonna make it work and we're gonna show you how we do it. Other than that, are you ready? Let's do it. I'm gonna show you guys how we set this up. How I do is you get your AD200 with the bulb. You literally just take this end, throw it on top of it. Or actually you gotta loosen it first, right? You just throw it in, give it a nice little twist, and it's on. So that's how you got your little soft box. Throw that on, now I can fill in the shadows. So what I'm gonna do here is grab the little soft box that it comes with. If I can find it, here we go. Comes with a little white soft box. I'm gonna throw this on, just like this. Come watch this. Just get this on. Dab that right on, just like that. You get that thing on good, you know what I'm saying? No hot spots. Out the edges. There we go. That's a look, right? I could bam, bam, bam if I want. I'm gonna throw it on the stand because I'm lazy. So, take me a nice little stand, throw it on. Now this is a super light setup. You can take this on planes, do whatever you want. Look at that. All right, so it's windy out, so I gotta hold it with the foot, ghetto style, you know how I go. So here we do, have this pointed right at her. And this is just to fill in the shadows a little bit. So here we go, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes. Here we go. Natural light looks beautiful. Whole lot. Yes. Yes. All right, everyone. So you saw the photos from the shoot, and now I want to show you how I use Dehancer to enhance these images and give it a film-like
look. Now, you can take it plenty of different ways, so it's up to you on how you want to use the program. I'm going to show you specifically how I use the program to give my images the filmic look. Now, it's very important for you to understand that in order for the colors and for Dehancer to work correctly is for your images to be in the sRGB color space. It's very important because the way their program works, it actually looks at the file and it wants that information, and that's how they base their program off of the colors. Now, Dehancer does say that in the future they will support different color spaces, but for the time being, sRGB is what it expects. Next is it also does require 16-bit bit depth for the color. I'm unsure the reason why. I think it's to get the maximum quality. You know, typically when I edit photos, I do it in 8-bit, but you can, and Dehancer does say in their guidelines for their guide that it looks for 16-bit images also. So this is the first shot that we took in the video. I wanted to take you into Dehancer. So how I specifically use it is that I would go ahead and duplicate my background layer. I'll go up here into filter, Dehancer, and Dehancer film. So I specifically use it to plug it in Photoshop. I'm a Capture One user, but I do all my editing and stuff in Photoshop. So here's when you open up Dehancer how it looks. Now on the left side you have a whole bunch of presets, some from the Dehancer team and other. I typically like to put it in all presets just to get an idea of what's going on. Now at the bottom is kind of like a histogram. It kind of shows you the information that you have in your file. Now on the right side, think of it as kind of like where you can make all your adjustments. So I like to click through and see what I like. Now for this photo, I wanted to go for a very dreamy kind of look, and I really like this. I would do a little bit of adjustments because I don't want it that dark, but I really do like this. I love the grain. I love how it handles these highlights, and I think I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna test out a couple more. I really like this one too. The Kodak 2383 is really nice. It's a little too warm, but I do love the halation on there. I think that I'm gonna go with, I really like the Cine still. I really like the Cine still. All right, so I think I'm gonna go with, this one right here, or I might go with the no, let's go with the implosion right here. Now, as you can see, they have so much different presets, and the best thing about it is that you can adjust everything on the right hand side after you choose a preset. So for this image, I'm gonna go with this look. Now, for me personally, I do like contrast in my image, and this does give me that good bit of contrast, but I don't necessarily like the too much of the color, so I'm gonna go ahead and change that. Now how I typically do it is I'm gonna go down to the color head section, and I'm going to just play with some sliders. So if I bring back this preserve exposure, you kind of see how it gives me back how the image was originally shot. Nah, it mostly changes the grain, how it looks. I'm gonna leave this at 50, but how I want to do is I want to bring up those shadows a bit. I don't want them that deep, so I'm gonna do just like that. I think that looks great. I mean, this preset honestly is beautiful in its own. I do see that it kind of cooled down my image just a tad bit, and I want to go ahead and change that, maybe bring it back to that warmer side. So I'm just looking on over here. I think it's just a matter of changing the white point you see right here. So let's bring that a little bit to this area, and I actually really like that. I'm gonna go ahead and save that, and that's typically how I use Dehancer. It's the last thing that I do in my step because I want to get everything done before I bring it to Dehancer. Dehancer is kind of like my finishing touch. So I like that for this image. It's on a different layer, so you can see the differences. That looks really, really good. And that's why I love this plugin. It does get rid of a little bit of shadows, but you know, in film, you kind of get that effect. And I actually really, really like it. So let's move on to a different photo. So this one is us just sitting down with a towel under it. So same thing, I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate my layer. I'm gonna go to filter, Dehancer film. And let's try a different look on this one. You know, Oh, when it opens, it just looks beautiful already. Do you see that, guys? This program is amazing. That is just beautiful opening it. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, that's the the implosion ones. I mean, this looks really good. It's a little too warm for my taste, but it looks so good. So I'm just gonna click through these. We're gonna try a different one on this image. I really, really like the cine still. And I mean, my preference is I really like contrast, so I'm typically gonna veer towards the ones with contrast. I mean, that Fujifilm is a little too much for me. Those are looking good. I really like the halation and the bloom on this one. And I picked typically images that have a really high dynamic range, so you can really see how it blooms, highlights. I mean, I really like this Kodak one. I think I'm gonna go with one of these. Let's go with this one. This one is really nice. I really like what it does with the colors, and we can preview that on and off. And it really does darken down the image, which is fine, and it does bring it to the warmer side. So I'm going to adjust it more to my liking, and I know that I'm really going to dirty this photo up as far as bringing in a little bit more grain. But here's what we're going to do. I do want some exposure back, just a touch. I'm looking to kind of bring this color temperature a little more to the cooler side. It was a little too warm for me, so I'm just taking it back just a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. It's A and B it. I think that really looks good. It gives the photo a really good tint. And now we're just gonna give it some film grain, because who doesn't love film grain? I mean, I just clicked it on and look at that. It's beautiful, beautiful. And I mean, we could go ahead and add some bloom to this also, just to touch those highlights. If I want to move this amplify, you see that it really blooms those. And I mean, I really love this, and that's how I'm going to process this image. Look at that. Look at that. Let's A/B it. Beautiful. And you see the blooming in the highlights right on her face. And on top of that, if you really don't like something, or maybe you feel it's too strong around the edges, now that I have this on a layer, you can literally mask out what you don't want. So, I can come in and just soften the look on the face with a black brush. And you see, it's beautiful. I mean, you have to go out and get this program. I'm going to show you guys another image and show you how I would process this. This has a little bit more sky in it, so you'll really get the idea. And this is just to hone it in and show you guys. I mean, whenever I have clients that want this filmic look, because everybody loves it, this program is I mean, I opened it alone and look at this. I don't even know what preset it on or what it did. It just looks gorgeous. And if we just preview that, I mean, I love that. And actually, I'm going to stick with that. And that's just opening it. I don't know what it's on. Maybe it's on the last thing that I clicked. I have no idea. I don't even think I have a preset set. It's just the way it handles color is so beautiful. Look at that. I mean, I think that really does. And what I'm going to do here is just add a little bit of film grain. And actually, I see what it is. It's just processing it through the Kodak glossy paper, and we can change this. So if you change it, you see that it changed. That's Cineon film log. That's Fujifilm. I mean, that looks beautiful too. That looks beautiful, but I'm going to stick with what I had there. That is gorgeous. So that's what it's actually doing. It's printing. It's essentially using the printing process, or however they do their magic. Now I'm just going to add some grain to that. Oh yeah. That is beautiful. And let's preview it right in here. Oh, that's beautiful. We're going to leave that image like that. So that is how I personally process my images with Dehancer. I think this program is excellent. The one thing, and I have made the mistake of putting it, because I typically edit my images in P3 gamut. When I know that I'm going to use Dehancer, I always make sure that I go into sRGB and and specifically how you do it is I'm a Capture One user. You go to edit, edit with, Photoshop, and right here you'll see you gotta change this to sRGB 16-bit, and it opens up in Photoshop. But overall, I wanted to show you guys exactly how I use Dehancer. Thank you so much for Dehancer for allowing me to use this program and show it to you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and leave a link down below for you to check out their website, and you can try it out and see how you like it. I love it, and I personally use it in my shoots today. Anyways, catch you guys. Peace.